For now, Trix will disappear through a shadowy portal saying, "Business to do, money to make, bitches to kill."
And hopefully not to fuck.
Maybe.
I don't think I want to know, but you guys have fun. We'll see you back in a bit.
Yeah, I'll be back soon. Don't eat
Your
yellow
voice seems a little bit off today, wife.
It's the cold. It's getting to me.
I see.
That and the whole honeymoon period. I got strep throat.
Fair enough.
Don't know how, but there we go.
Too much gagging.
Well,
but it's simple.
I can make it as big as you want, baby.
Yeah, you did say you could be whatever she wanted you to be.
Yes. Yes, indeed.
You see Hattie just doing, like, the math mentally and just being like,
no.
I don't want to deal with this. I'm not thinking about this anymore.
It's not worth the insanity.
No. But she picks up her tea from where she sat it down, and since it's still hot from a few moments ago, because it's only been a few moments, takes a sip of her tea. Well, that was certainly an adventure, was it not?
That was interesting and somewhat intense.
I got to meet Death for the first time in person.
He's a charming fella.
Indeed.
I always see Death more as Terry Pratchett's death anyway.
Terry Pratchett's death is just excellent. I've had a bit of a working relationship with Death already, I suppose, at this point. Mutual respect. Though I don't know how much respect I deserve back. But I don't know. It's been interesting, and it was a little bit eye-opening to finally meet.
Meet the myth, the man, the legend.
Yes.
And some of Hattie's family, and Dimblum's technically.
Yeah. And a few other folks as well. That was very nice.
Yes, they are nice.
I saw my Nana for the first time in ages. I'll see her again, I'm sure. It's been... I think the last time I saw her may have been... I might have been 15. I was very young.
It was a nice trip.
Was weirdly pleasant. You surprised me, however.
I guess.
Lars is caught with
Why?
What?
Why would I surprise you? I mean,
I am surprised.
Despite the eternal tranquility thing.
Yes, it was a little more the eternal tranquility thing. Huh.
When you have lived in constant battle, then eternal tranquility doesn't really seem that bad.
You know, that's not a bad decision to make. It's not wrong. It's just not what I expected. You're very correct. When you have so much turmoil in your life, sometimes peace is very welcoming.
Yes, it is.
So I figured a warrior's life would have... I would have expected it to align with a warrior's afterlife. That's all. It was just an expectation. It seems I was incorrect.
I mean, you're not necessarily incorrect. There is a reason why they have the halls of Valhalla.
I was incorrect about you, however. But it just goes to show I still have a lot to learn about you, about humanoids in general.
Yes.
Because I would honestly welcome any of the afterlives. but we'll see.
We
We'll see what
will
fate has for me.
see indeed.
Can I have a perception roll from both of you, please?
Perception.
Maybe I'll find out in a few thousand years, but for now I'd like to stick around.
That's a 33.
Jesus Christ.
Thir-
I
13. I'm
see.
not paying. I guess I'm not paying attention.
I see everything.
I see that it is icy.
Oh,
You do indeed. Dimblum, however, notices on the floor where you once exited through a doorway to death, a small box wrapped in a black ribbon.
I mean, there is a present there. Might be for you, I think, Hattie.
But yes, any of the after. What?
Over there,
Oh.
and I will point at the box.
Interesting. Let's take a look. I suppose it is most likely to one of us. Probably me. Let's see. And I'm going to go ahead and lean down and examine it for just a moment before I pick it up. What does it look like initially before I grab it?
It is a simple black wooden box. It opens at the top and is tied with a ribbon.
Okay, it's like a little jewelry box style thing.
Yeah.
Okay. Interesting. She's gonna pick it up.
It's oddly heavy.
Ooh, it's a little more substantial than I expected. Let's see. Undo the ribbon.
As you do so, you notice a gift tag attached to the ribbon.
I will read that just before I proceed any further.
Help will always be given to those who need not ask.
Is it signed from anybody?
No.
Help will always be given to those that need not ask. That's interesting. I wonder what that means. I'll think about any ideas, and I'll hand it over to Dimblem while I start opening the box.
I do not have any ideas as to what this means. Not on the top of my head, at least.
I have a couple of small ones, but nothing really stands out. Just some interesting possibilities. And I'm going to go ahead and open the box.
Inside the box, amongst a myriad of shredded paper, is a small golden object, beautifully inscribed and oddly familiar. Beneath it there is a card with some writing. And I am holding the object, physically.
Oh.
Ooh, very nice.
That does look weirdly familiar.
Is it a sundial?
That is a very fancy compass. A navigator's compass.
It is a navigator's compass, yes.
With a protractor on it as well. Or, no, sextant. Not a protractor.
Yeah, it's a sextant.
A sextant and a sundial.
Yeah. It's a sextant, a sundial, and a compass.
Containing a...
I like the fact
Lots
they have
of
the
paper
physical thing
scraps.
for it.
Ah. Lots of paper scraps. I'm making note of that because it feels
Pat is collecting all
fun.
the paper scraps, just hoarding them like some strange hamster creature.
Weirdly enough, you could probably tell a lot about a person by their shredded mail that they pack things with.
True. That's a
I
little
like
stalkery, but true too.
A little bit, yeah.
I
Lots
could
of
see
paper
Hattie
scraps.
is a little stalkery. I think she could carry that off.
She's very curious.
That's what we call it.
Yeah.
I'm sure that's been used as a defense before. Um, I'm just curious.
Probably. I marked it down as a golden navigator's compass.
Yes, that's what it is.
I was assuming that is accurate. And I'll get the text for that note from you in a moment. Well,
There is a card underneath it with a note on it. So.
oh yeah, what did the card say, by the way?
It says, being lost in the wilderness need not be an issue. Simply look upon my dial, and perhaps you will find your way.
I mean, you're more of a navigator than I am.
It was never my expertise, but I know the area somewhat well. But we're kind of beyond the reaches of what I'm used to at this point.
You did also spend time on a ship. We did discuss Hattie's pirating career.
Oh yeah.
Whether she knew it was piracy or not's another matter. But it was a piracy.
Yeah. I think she just accidentally got mixed in with pirates a couple of times and didn't realize it for like 2 or 3 years.
Disabled. They must be great guys.
Yeah. Also, largely, she was just learning about people. Like, she didn't necessarily have a good sense of how humans acted yet.
She just spent 20
Or
years with
humanoids.
pirates, not knowing that they're pirates.
Yeah.
While
bit
this
like
is
those-
happening, I am doing push-ups with a 40 in athletics.
You say a 40? Fuck off.
Yes! Never seen someone do this many push-ups in your life, Hattie.
How do you standing on your back? No.
Well, yeah,
As he
in
just stands on your
dragon
back, he
form.
keeps going.
Yeah.
When
It
he's
just
up the
doesn't
weights, he
slow
dragon
down.
forms.
Yeah, no, he does the diamond push-up as well.
They start
Oh,
doing one hand, just 1 foot.
He just actually just hovers.
Just hovers and presses with a foot.
Pinky's out.
Pinky push-ups.
Yep.
Oh, yes.
Definitely a tongue push-ups. Definitely a thing for doing. Tongue ups.
Tongue ups.
Dare
You
I
have to
say,
train every muscle.
dick push-ups.
Yes.
Isn't that just pogo stick? For them.
I mean, I could just extend it and retract it as I want.
No. I'm sorry for bringing this topic up. Anyway,
You did
right.
this.
he started with a 40 athletics.
Yes.
There we go. So it appears to be some sort of navigational compass. But yeah, it's been a little while. I'm a little rusty, but I know I learned a bit of navigation, so I wouldn't call it my area of expertise, but I've helped a little bit, so I could probably figure out my way around this. Although it was in a gift box from who I am assuming is Death, so very well would be enchanted beyond just the normal capabilities of a compass. Would you surmise the same?
Yes, or it would be in the means of being guided through the afterlife more than current not afterlife.
That's also a
Current
possibility.
life.
Current
Generally
life.
what it's called by most people, not the current not afterlife.
I forgot. I forgot the normal life, normal not
I thought it was
life
on the
is just
appropriate
life.
emblem, though, to be perfectly honest, because you're not technically dead. Or
Yeah.
alive.
What do
I
you
thought it
call
was
this again? Oh, life.
This existence that we're in.
This partially
This
mortal
society.
coil.
Semi-mortal coil.
Semi-mortal coil.
Oh no, that would have been a really, really funny name for us. Semi-mortal wanderings.
Yes. Nobody came up with that at the time.
Nope, that was 6 months ago or more. Probably a year ago. Anyway, I would like to examine this and see if I can figure out how it works. If there's some kind of spell or anything like that on it. I know that I am not. Well, actually, you told me this looks familiar. So have I seen something like this before? We're gonna go with that angle
You,
because I
yes,
know I
you
have
can do a history roll.
archived. Okay, because I was gonna say I know I've archived things like this in at least in this vein. Let's see here. 22.
In your old family home, one of these sat on a pedestal.
Is there any way with that 22 if I can see if it is the same one? Or definitively one way or the other?
No, not with 22.
Not sure. Okay.
You're not sure if it's the same one, but it looks incredibly similar. The last
We'll
one
see.
from your memory rather. I'm doing it now. I forget what memory is. From your memory, catching, guided you to supposedly places of interest or out of places of danger. It acts like Jack Sparrow's compass. It points you to what you want the most.
Yeah. That's
it might
pretty
be
cool.
freedom, it might be experience, or whatever it is.
Yeah.
We want to experience the most. Where is the closest XP farm?
Dimblin wants his people, so that's a difficult thing.
Well, already
Wants
this
to
is
know what the voices in his
it's
head
coming.
are.
We had one similar to this, or maybe exactly like this. Well, I don't remember it well enough. It's been a while. I have glasses for that. I should think about this later.
Oh no, not the I
You
really
can think
regret
about.
those. They were a
I-
gimmick, and you've used them so much.
I have like
Those are
an
the best
hour,
items.
I know.
an hour left of push-ups here. You can put on the
Hour
glasses.
How long is your gym routine?
How's he
I
maintain?
just
He maintains a
don't
40.
Yes.
Yeah, just push-ups takes an hour. Then he's gonna go and
Yeah.
do anything lower body.
Yeah, then I
His
just
ab
squat for
workout.
an hour.
No, I
still gonna
I-
pick up Hattie for squats.
I feel like you could just do push-ups the whole time and just shift the nanobots around different spots.
Yeah, you just pump
I
up the nanobots
I
and then move
actually
around.
pump and then you see my leg muscles grow because I do push-ups.
Yeah.
Yes, this is canon now. The only gym routine Dimlam has is push-ups. He just moves
hour of
muscles
push-ups.
around.
Yes. God's sake.
Oh,
So-
this is a good thong day. A massive thong.
We used to have one of these in the vault, and
That
or the
sounds
library.
dark. The vault.
Library.
It
The library.
sounds so
not the
much
vault.
darker when you call it the vault.
Right. I forgot that I've been calling it a library this whole time. And I said vault, and I was just like, that's not the right word.
I mean, I love it, but it's has a whole different feel to it.
A little bit, yeah. It's
They're locked
very
away.
much less
Why are they locked
library
away?
and dragons. Maybe there was a vault.
There probably was a vault. I'm going to say there was a vault with probably the corrupted material relics in it.
Probably. So, no, we used to have one of these in the library, and they are. I'm trying to recall. I know. So Suzo used it once, I believe, but I don't recall what she was looking for. But anyway,
The closest takeaway.
what it is, it's a way of finding something that you desire or wish. Not necessarily like, I wish to find piles of gold. That probably would work, but I suppose it could. But typically more abstract ideals like, I need to find a way out of here, or I need to find certain people or places. It's a navigator's tool, but a little bit enchanted. So this might help us navigate through the current life as well as the afterlife. We manage to bring it with us. I guess depends on our means of egress, doesn't it?
Does that mean this is present life? We have past life, present life, and afterlife.
I think so.
Yeah.
It
Sorry,
works.
Hypothetical moment.
Oh, yeah. But this would be a great help in finding things that we wish to find up here. especially in such a new and unique landscape as this is. Thank you.
Yeah.
I just kind of look back towards where the portal was.
And also
I'm sure you can hear me, so I appreciate.
mechanically, it also shows you quest markers.
I figured that's what I was doing.
Yeah. It does do other things too, but mechanically, it also shows you quest markers.
That was
Okay. Fair.
above table as a DM. That was the
Yeah.
best thing I ever did for a one shot. Was I was like, okay, so you're on this mission, and your dispatcher for the mission is going to tap you and cast Find the Path on you.
Yeah, it's basically the same concept.
Yeah, no, 100%.
I've also done it with a
That
gem
was
of
the
true
best thing.
seeing.
For what?
A gem of true seeing has also done it because you can just see them through the walls.
Yeah, I have one of those. Ugh. A gem of true sight.
I know
True
you.
seeing. I don't remember which way it's worded. Gem
Each
of
version has
seeing.
different...
Excuse me.
Yeah, each
Gem
edition
of
has its
seeing.
different variants.
Yep.
'Cause true
So,
seeing technically is-
do we want to wait for your gym routine and wife, or do we want to
Gym routine and
get moving
life.
and hope she finds us?
I think they're the same thing. Aren't
I mean, I get it.
That's his cardio.
You'll see he just does the push-up and then just walks as he does the push-up.
they? Oh
Just
god,
up,
doing walking
lean,
push-ups.
and then up, and then whoop, flaps, and then he will reduce his speed a little, but he will keep going.
I mean, that's gonna quarter your speed. I'm going to be honest. Not even gonna half it.
Yeah.
That's gonna quarter it. To a normal
Then
level.
still 20 feet of movement speed, which is impressive doing this.
Yeah, it is. I mean,
I'm
his
still
movement
as
speed, I think, is 30
fast as a gnome.
You are, oh, don't
So-
tell Ida that. She'll be very upset. So, above table, you have three options. Sorry, you have four options technically at current. As
Yes.
to what you wish to do. You have four quests that you could potentially undertake. Each of these quests will grant you abilities. They will also grant you renown with certain factions within the Great Glacier in true RPG fashion.
Yay!
Heck yeah.
Because it's been a while since I've actually done this, so I'm like, fuck it, I'm doing it fully.
Yes.
As you can see
Good.
on the map, there are four quest markers. Two of these quests pertain to the Druids. Another two pertain to other factions you have yet to meet. You are quite welcome to find out what all four of the quests are and then make your decision, which I think is your best option, or you're quite welcome to take whatever quest comes first. It's up to you which one you wish to choose. Each quest has a small introduction that tells you roughly what's going on, but after that, it's up to you which one you wish to go after, and it will also give you options as to who you wish to align yourself with and gain strength from. You can choose all of them, of course, and there are factions outside of these quests which we will come across later. This is how
Understandable.
I've
We've only
approached it
entered
slightly.
one area.
Yeah.
So we are rep farming.
Yeah, you are rep farming. I mean, you could just stick to the druids and ignore everyone else if you wanted to.
There are.
I imagine that would have some level of secondary rep with everybody else, but not the same as working primarily with another faction.
No, and each faction does have its options and boons it can grant you. Including...
I'm just
Well.
doing test rolls. Ignore these two rolls that comes up.
Oh, you do.
And they work. Yes. It's my left and my right hook.
Ah. Well, let's go ahead and take this for a spin, I think, she says, holding the compass up. It seems to be pointing somewhere not far from here. A little bit to our southeast. Shall we?
Think
And she
we
starts
shall.
walking.
And I will follow pursuit while I do my routine.
While you do your routine.
It's so hard to calculate my strength when I can't see the real number.
I'm sorry. We will very soon be moving to something other than D&D Beyond, so it will calculate. Because I know it's tricky to calculate modifiers past 30 because it doesn't let you.
Yeah.
Which is something I wish they'd change. But they
It
don't
would be nice because there are some monsters and such that have
modifiers past
modifiers
30.
higher
There's
than
quite
that.
a few monsters that are.
Yeah.
But they don't accept
Doesn't
epic
Thrask have like a
destinies or...
60 or something stupid like that?
Yeah. But they don't accept epic destinies or paragon paths, so...
Yeah.
But yes.
So,
you have
as
4
I'm going to wander down
potentials.
this... Okay. I'm going to wander down this path and see that it's pointing towards this first individual, so... hello, I'm testing out a new thing here. Do you have something that you need from me?
I have an opportunity. Perhaps you
That
could aid.
do.
Any help you could offer in this time of need is always appreciated. The woman ahead of you is... Actually, you'll like this girl, this lady. This is Thyra Frostfang. She is blind.
Yay!
She's a blind druid.
I
So she
do
doesn't
like her.
see me doing push-ups.
And she's a seer.
She can hear you.
She will feel the tremors under her feet as I do push-ups.
She currently, her eyes exude a faint blue light, although she is blind. She's wearing robes of very thin, layered ice and fur. She has a beautiful voice, which echoes throughout the entire chamber as if there are thousands of ancient spirits behind her every word. Dimblin will be quite aware of seers. They are capable of contacting the ancestors.
Addy can probably guess at what she is as well.
Yeah, blind individuals
'Cause that's
with great power kind of scream.
Almost what Hattie does.
Yeah, it kind of is close to what Hattie does, isn't it?
Adjacent, at least, yeah.
Yeah.
Well, tell me more. What could we aid you with? What can we help with?
There is a place where the glacier once sang. Now it weeps. The spring of Ithra's heart has darkened. Its waters poisoned by sorrow older than memory. I fear one of our own has fallen to the madness. It guards it now. His spirit clutches the wound closed with hands of ice and hate. You are not bound by the old pacts as we are. You may go where we cannot. Will you walk the crevasse of mourning and heal the wound before it bleeds the glacier dry?
Quest to holy ground. I assume this is sacred to your people?
It is, or it was. Many places have been lost, forgotten, or untended of late.
But the point is it should be sacred, correct?
Indeed.
We will treat it with such reverence. But yes, this sounds like something that could possibly help. Do you know any nature of this bleed? Is it physical corruption, or is it a lingering soul? Or do you not know?
We are forbidden from entering this place. We can feel the agony, the pain, the stones cry.
We shall see what we can do. Are you with me, Dim?
Yes, I am up for some work.
It's something we can probably take care of while we are waiting for Trix to return.
My rascal of
You
a
know how
wife
she
have a
is with
tendency to just leave.
Your wife
She
just
has many
disappears
important
every night. She's on
things.
a girls' night. It happens.
She has many important things to tend to, I'm sure. But
Yeah,
this
fair.
is almost fortunate for... I'm not sure how well she would handle a sacred place.
We have heard
Well,
disturbing omens.
That's true.
Animals walking in circles till they freeze. Sudden snowstorms with no rhyme nor reason. And whispers carried on the wind. And can feel Zimthar in pain.
Well, we better get to it and see what we can do.
How long has this been going on? Is it fairly recent?
Time is strange in this place, but recent is the correct phrase, I would think.
Understand. We shall. Where might it be? Point me in the direction.
Step through that portal, and she will point to a portal which leads
Portal.
out.
Does the compass shift to point to that portal?
The compass is spinning at the moment because there are multiple options for you.
Okay.
If you choose to
And
solely focus on
around
one
and
thing, it
around.
will lead to the point where you have interest.
So, like, as I'm
so-
contemplating this, yeah, I can see it kind of starting to hone in on it, but then go back as I'm not
Yes.
sure. Okay.
So we should only pick up one quest at a time.
No, you can pick up more than one. You just have to decide which one you're following.
Okay.
Well, what say you, Dimplim? A little bit of an afternoon adventure, or whatever time it might be.
Yeah. I say we'll go and see what we can do about this.
Yes, give this a bit of a, the compass a bit of a test run,
Yes.
and fully restore some peace and sanity to. You said Ithral's heart? The spring of Ithral's heart?
Indeed, the standing stones lie not far from here.
We shall see what we can do.
Yeah.
We will speak to you soon. And yes.
Yes.
And you said it was this. Was it this portal here? This big portally boy?
Yeah, I mean, there is only one portal.
Okay, but I mean, there's like various shiny spots, and I'm like, I don't know what it is on the map.
So much shiny.
It's so shiny.
Yes. Okay. We step through the portal.
So you're picking
And,
this quest.
Yeah,
I think
no,
so. We'll start here.
Yeah, at this point, the Dimlim will stop doing push-ups. And he will relocate the muscles to its jawline.
For God's sake.
So he
Oh,
looks
shit.
very shad today.
Oh,
Like
God.
handsome Squidward.
Mm-hmm. There's a peak square jaw.
You head northwest as you exit the portal across the Frostmarsh Flats, travelling for 3 hours as the compass leads you. The marsh itself is only partially frozen, but the thin ice hides patches below. It hides beneath patches of snow. Can you both roll a perception roll, please? 3, actually. Let's do this for one first.
3 perception rolls?
Yep, one first, though, please.
Start with 1.
34.
A natural 20
Fuck you
for a
both.
27.
This is for the first
Natural
time.
20.
As you continue moving on, of course he rolls a natural 20. As you continue moving on, can I have another one, please?
Yes. That was religion, but it's the same modifier. There we go. Perception.
29.
Lower, a 15.
Oh, God. Nothing happens. Can you roll again, please? I don't believe nothing is going to happen, full stop.
Ooh!
It's only a 26.
Hattie plunges through the ice where it seems thin. She did not see the thinness of the ice. She plunges into freezing cold water. Not that she can feel that.
She can. It just feels pleasant.
Yeah, it just feels nice to you. It's like an ice bath. It's quite nice for you.
Right. Now...
So you see Hattie just
plunge
beneath
through
the ice.
instantly.
I fully believe this was intentional.
Hattie's deliberately trying
like-
to check the ice to see if she can fall in.
And like 10 seconds later, she pops back out, throwing her arms to the side, compass still in one hand, and just... Whew.
drenched.
Ah,
Yes.
just dripping, absolutely soaked.
Oh no,
Okay, good.
she's not dripping. She's now icicled.
Oh, fair. But like as she's coming out of the water, she would still be dripping for a few seconds.
Yes.
So she's gonna climb out of the water as everything starts freezing over and just go,
Mm.
"Ooh, that was
No.
unexpected. I didn't plan on
Hmm.
going for a swim." But-
I mean, probably pleasant.
An unexpected swim is never what one would call pleasant, but it wasn't
Hattie's had a bath.
that bad.
Hmm.
I'm used to unexpectedly getting wet. I don't like the way that
Yeah.
came out.
I
Actually,
mean,
I was a sailor for
that's-
56 years. I'm
It
used to
makes
getting wet.
sense. He.
Okay, Trix, I can see she's rubbing off on you.
I'm saying nothing.
That was
As-
the terrible choice of words on
Yeah,
purpose.
I know. As you walk forward, you come across two jagged stones jutting from the snow like broken fangs. The twin cairns of Velgen. Between the cairns is a small altar, which seems empty except for a sparse basket with nothing in it but snow.
Now, this is the point where we offer something to the altar.
I think so, but I do not feel that it's because we have to. It feels disrespectful to leave an offering as empty as this one is.
Yes, but the question is, what do we all
That is a good
put
question, is it
down?
not?
I don't have all that much that I can sacrifice on me.
This is a place of
Yeah,
survival
Trix isn't
and
here,
of
is she?
nature.
Yeah, no, I don't have a wife that I can sacrifice at the
Trix is more the
moment.
sacrificey one.
Oh no.
Hmm.
No, this feels like a place that deserves something fittingly primal. These cairns, do they not look like
Wait.
fangs poking up through the snow?
Wait, and he will. Let's see what it has
Oh
to
no,
say.
not the whistle.
Don't trust biscuit that crumbles neatly.
What?
I love
What are
that
you
item.
muttering about biscuits?
I love that item.
He whistles, he blows his whistle, and this is what comes out. Don't trust biscuits that crumble neatly.
I just had the worst envisioning. It's a whistle you blow, and then it says a thing as you're blowing
Yes.
into it, right?
Yes.
Okay. Can it be in an old-timey radio announcer voice?
Sure.
Don't trust whistles that... or don't trust biscuits that crumble neatly. I
Yeah.
don't know. That's what I'm envisioning. It's like steampunk style, and I'm just like, that's, well, a thing. Huh. That I don't know how that's relevant to us right now.
I mean, I
I'm
probably
not sure.
won't put biscuits on the altar. I wouldn't have
You know-
done that to start with, but
But it's technically sound advice, just very minimal, I suppose.
I mean, I can see if it has something else to say.
Sure, let's see.
God.
Never shake hands with an overly enthusiastic mushroom.
Huh. Well, I suppose that goes for anyone. Anybody overly enthusiastic seems a little suspicious to me.
Yes,
The
you
fact
are.
the mushroom has arms is more suspicious. I'm going to be honest with you, but
You're right. So no mushrooms or biscuits for the altar.
It's a good plan.
Yes.
Now, back on my end of trying to discern this, I was seeing that we have
Back to logic.
two cairns poking out of the snow that look a lot like fangs. We are in an icy wasteland, a marshy wasteland of um, primal savagery and survival. What kind of
Yes.
offering would you give to a fanged creature
I
who
mean,
dwells
there
in the
is
harsh
the
north?
obvious thing of meat, but alas, I have no meat on me. And I am not made of meat either, so I can't sacrifice myself.
I am made of meat, but I would much rather not give that away.
Summon Timothy.
Hmm. Do you
Oh no,
suppose we go for a hunt?
we perhaps could.
You have not seen
Let's
a
examine
single
this
animal
for
for this entire journey, by the way.
That's fair. Let's go ahead and examine this first, and then we can consider.
Hmm.
The altar itself has an inscription, but it seems to have been worn off by snow and wind over time. The simple basket itself is similar to what we would collect apples in or go to the markets.
The only thing of value that will be some sort of sustenance that I have on me are 2 potions of supreme healing, but don't think that's what it wants.
I feel like that might be a bit off the mark. Can
Yeah.
I don't know what I would roll for this if I could.
Religion.
Religion, okay. Because I was gonna say religion or insight were the two that came to my mind.
It would be religion.
Trying to figure out and make some
He said follow
planning
the
of this.
old ways. It's religion.
Let's roll a religion check. That's
Says
good.
says
It's
the cleric.
26. My religion isn't as high as you would expect. It's good,
No.
but not amazing.
You have come across
You know.
rituals like this before. They just require a sacrifice of something simple, like food, water, or perhaps a silent prayer.
Okay.
You just wanted to see if you could beat the cleric, didn't you?
I have a plus 19 in religion.
You still
I
didn't
can
beat him,
beat
though. You still
Yeah, I
got
rolled a
the cleric.
2. I
You
rolled a
could beat me
2.
very easily.
Yes.
But Hattie doesn't have that many ferocious stats. The only one that she really has good is insight and medicine. And I don't think medicine's ever come up.
It has a couple of times, and you've aced them, but it's very rare.
That's fair. It's not a commonly used in this because I have healing magic.
Yeah.
Anyway.
Don't really need medicine when you have magic.
So I do believe it does just require some sort of sacrifice or gift. A potion might work, but I feel like let me try something. It feels a little strange. But it
Don't you
feels
have
right
some
in the moment.
beef jerky on you, or
I think I have eaten most of that. I might have some in the bottom of my bag. It's not a good one.
Ironically,
see.
Trix is the one that has all the food.
yes? Well, I don't eat, so
Yeah, it's true. You don't eat. Hattie just hunts.
he eats all of
also
it,
doesn't
so
have
there
to
is
eat too
nothing
much.
left.
Also,
Eats
dragons
like-
can go a long time without eating.
I can
Yeah.
eat like an elk once a month.
Yes.
Actually, she probably survives largely on her existence as a creature of the weed.
Yeah.
Because dragons,
Or,
like, canonically
or
can
you a
eat-
soul eater.
that
Yeah.
too.
My only predator. My only natural
Hattie is
predator is
Dimdum's natural
Hattie.
predator. A soul-eating
No.
dragon.
You laugh. I have that ability
I know
already.
you do.
Yes.
That's why I laugh at it.
Let me see. Where is it? Keeper of Souls. Let me pop it up in chat if I can do that. there. You guys can see the actual text. But
From a parting soul. I'm not parting yet. You don't get to take my soul.
that's fine. I can taste you from here.
Oh
Mm.
God, that's a very vain, very
Mm.
subliminally. Jesus.
What does Dimlim's soul taste like?
Or are you tasting alcohol's soul? But it's very different taste.
Lighten me.
Well, it's not very
It's
strong
tangy.
because it's not ready. But
It's kind of
It's
metallic.
not ready.
there's. You want creepy soul keeper? You get creepy soul keeper.
You started as creepy soul keeper. You're just carrying it on.
This is true.
Yes.
It's not ready yet, but there's hints of sulfur.
Hints of sulfur. I mean,
There's
that's not surprising, but
hardly knowing your history.
yeah.
I get a hint of something. There is a hint of blood in there. So
Interesting. I believe I was
Not very
made of
strong.
flesh at one point in time.
that would explain it. A soul's taste kind of tells the story of that soul. So you get big glimpses, at least, as to what the individual was up to. So you get hints of sulfur. I imagine that harkens to your years, I believe it was, spent in the hells, correct?
Yes, it's. I don't really track time too efficiently, but there was
That's fair.
a good portion spent down there.
There's also the, like I said, there was blood, so you were at one point mortal. Or flesh, at least.
Mm,
And
Being
hints
mortal is
of
interesting.
some kind of herb. I can't quite place my hands.
oh, that would be the rosemary that I bathe in.
That would explain it. You bathe in rosemary.
You're
full of
full
surprises.
stop is an interesting concept.
Both of those are pretty
He
shocking.
neither sweats nor anything else.
I
here.
clean myself with rosemary.
Let me try this.
Okay, we're
sometime.
learning new things about Dimplum today.
It's just I tend to do this. And with a 30 in stealth, I somewhat vanish before I do it. So that's
You just,
why
like, You just like predator cloak into the snow.
creepily stepping backwards. Just do
God.
this.
I can
so
still see
people
you,
don't.
but that is impressive.
Oh yeah,
Many
you
could
have
not.
true sight.
So, I have an idea though, and I'm going to pull a flask out of my shirt.
hmm
It's not what it looks like, though alcohol would possibly be fitting in this area. This is holy water I blessed many, many months ago.
Is this why you
I
don't
actually
like
prepared
tricks?
this. I
Are
actually
we
prepared
not
this for.
feeding a beast?
We
I mean,
are.
there was corruption mentioned, so
There was, and this is an interesting thought that I had. If it does not work, we can always give another offer. But sometimes these things simply wished for a token of you, a part of you, and a bit of appreciation. So I'm going to step forward and I think kneel respectfully at this altar and just whisper a few almost silent words out into the frozen wind. Just, I don't know what our purpose is here, but seeing an empty offering basket is not welcomed. I wish to at least start it with a bit of myself and my magic and my energy that I've poured into this. Please accept this as a token of my reverence and respect. That she will place it into the snow that's sitting in the basket.
Okay.
And just wait for a moment, see if it's.
Nothing explicitly obvious occurs.
well,
The snow seems to fall less in a heavy fashion.
I might as well, and I am currently in my elven form, so I
You ever
will.
leave it?
From time to time, I change from time to time. But I will walk up to the altar and hold my hand over the baskets, take my sword and just kind of cut, so I drip my essence, I guess. I drip some weave into it.
Oh, okay.
This is the closest I can come to a blood sacrifice.
You have really been around tricks too long.
Actually, you've seen Hattie do that a couple of times too.
Yeah, none of us are good influences on the other. We're
We are
horrible people.
a questionable bunch.
Yes.
I mean, yeah, you are horrible.
I
people.
would not have my child close to any of these people.
I mean, I don't blame you. The wind dies slightly. Apart from that, you don't notice anything discernible.
Hmm.
I don't think we're expecting a key or anything like that to open. This is maybe just an offering for safe passage and peace.
I mean, we are seeing the elements lessen as we put in
This is
our
true.
sacrifices, so maybe we should just keep on going until we see something that
I
is
think I agree.
getting revealed.
I'm going to step back a few feet from the altar and just take a couple, maybe a minute or two, to commit as much of this as I can to memory. This place feels important to me, and I'm not sure why. But I'm just going to look over it for a few moments. Try to discern the shapes of the rocks and the colors of things, and
While
maybe roughly where we are.
While
See if I can-
Hattie does that, I will sit down and commune with nature to see if there is anything the surroundings are telling us.
Okay. The surroundings are telling you very little. There's very little natural about this place anymore. Everything here is beyond nature.
Hmm.
It's very good to discern anything from this place.
Oh,
I'm going to do one additional thing before we get ready to go. I'm going to pull out a sensor that I have.
And
Load
say,
it up with a little bit
"Banned!"
of... Yes, no. Load it up with a little bit of incense. Stoke the incense, get it burning. And smoking nice, and this rich incense aroma fills the air. And I'm just going to do a quick walk around blessing this place. Feels right. So the next few minutes are spent with Hattie just filling the realm with this, or the area around the altar and between the two fangs with this just this fragrant, lovely smoke. And occasionally you'll hear her mutter a word or two. Just
How are
in
you lighting it?
I believe I have flint and steel. Oh wait, never mind. I have fire magic.
or just a regular tinderbox.
I believe I have a tinderbox, which is probably what she would default to. If that failed, though, I do have a little bit of fire
If you
magic.
attempt to do so, your flames will not strike in this place. It is too cold.
Okay. In that case, then I'm going to go ahead and... Wow, that's... I can't seem to get I can't seem to get it going enough. Yeah.
You want me to
You know
do
what?
Not this again,
anything?
Lars! What is going on?
Let me try something else first.
Are you okay?
And I'm going
are you
to...
safe? Are you being
Yeah,
held
I'm
against
safe.
your will? Blink once for yes,
Uh,
twice for no. That's winking.
He
That's even more
winked.
confusing.
That means he's horny.
Yes.
No, it's it just for some reason my headphones just makes all the sounds from outside louder, and I don't know why.
Oh, you said this before, yeah.
So I'm gonna go ahead and with the sparking and the tinderbox failing, I'm gonna go ahead and pull out the. It's weird. I'm wearing a circlet of blasting now, so I'm going to try to delicately draw a scorching ray out of it and use that to light incense.
Successive way to light incense, but okay. Yes, you light the incense for but a moment before it is swiftly extinguished.
And at this point, I will hold out my Gladius of Everburning and lighten it.
Let's try it your way then, and I'm going to hold it out to try to light it on his flaming sword.
The instant you light it, it lights, but the instant the sword leaves it, it extinguishes. See, unless you are willing to follow Hattie with your sword in her sensor, it's not going to light.
I mean, I can probably just follow you around if you need the sensor to be a light.
I kind of really want to do this. I don't know why. It must be too cold for the fire to even work.
I mean, I'll follow you.
It's worth noting, even Dimblum feels cold, and so do you right now.
Yeah. This is. I am immune to cold damage, but like this is getting to be the point where I'm noticing that it's very cold.
Yeah. She's like negative 200 Celsius.
Yeah. So yeah, I'll go ahead and, if you would, Dimblum, actually, that would be amazing. I would like to bless this place before we leave. Feels right.
And I will follow Hattie.
So.
With your Gladius in her sense.
So I'll hold this. I'll improvise this a little bit. I'll have the sensor out, with like the tip or the blade of the Gladius sitting across it, so it keeps that smoke going. And between the two of us, I think we can get a little bit of a blessing going here.
Okay.
I don't know if it'll do anything mechanically, but it felt right to give this place something.
Some reverence.
Yeah.
Okay. You managed to do so.
And then after a few minutes
I would say with ease, but this is not with any degree of ease whatsoever.
No. It's passable.
Yes.
Just. Trix could just set herself on fire at this point and follow you, but.
But yeah, she could do that.
Yes.
But no, I think we are. That felt right, and I would like to just again look out into the wind and the spaces around us, the negative space, and just say, thank you for allowing us a few minutes of respite here. Hopefully we will see you again someday. Just, shall we?
Yes, but I mean, we could just keep on going. I don't think anyone mentioned anything about an altar. It seems relevant.
No, but yes, we can keep moving. I just wanted to give it a quick blessing. It felt like it hasn't seen one in a long time.
The religious
Likely
versus
not.
the atheist at this point is what this is going on.
I don't even know whose altar this is, but names that are forgotten and still here.
And they did mention forms of corruptions.
As you look out into the snow, a faint image, ghostly as it is, of a stag bows its head in reverence.
Would Dimblum see this, or was it just Hattie?
Both of you would. You were both part of the sacrifice.
I am a totem warrior. Would I recognize this as being one of the spirits we revere?
You could potentially believe it would be. Whether you're right or wrong is down to your personal belief system. If you choose to take it as one of the spirits you revere, then it's one of the spirits you revere to you. Why are you stealthing against the spirit?
The fort hides itself from Dimblin's brain.
It eludes him.
It eludes him. Well, actually, you know what?
Deludes him.
I want to perception check my own stealth.
Against the stealth.
Damn it! The fort is too sneaky. I
The
can't
fort
see
is too
it.
sneaky. It eludes him even further. The fort is tricks. She's taking
Damn
it
it!
from you. Damn that woman. You married her, but damn that woman.
Damn that woman!
Tricks is
Keep
not here. You
stealing
can
my
do
fort.
everything.
Okay. Right.
Yes, I think we should.
It seems like we have gotten sort of a clear signal to trudge on.
I think so. Or if not, at least a welcoming of sorts.
Yes.
Shall we? I'm going to hold the compass up, scrape the ice crystals off of it, and keep walking.
Yes. And I shall follow.
A vast downhill slope breaks into the glacier. Jagged ice shards as big as houses sticking out at dangerous angles. The ground seems to crack and shift underfoot unpredictably. In the distance you can hear ice shearing and groaning, and the occasional whoop of a hidden crevasse opening. The smell of metallic coal and hints of sulphur trapped beneath the glacier permeate the air. But it is not for long, as an open tundra under a heavy, swirling sky shows itself to you. Winds tearing at your clothing and faint crying, almost childlike, weaves through the gusts. No clear path can be seen before you, yet the compass guides you. Snow swirls in blinding veils as the sound of high, keening cries hides within the wind. The scent of iron, almost like blood, seems to be carried on the wind itself.
Right. This is not ominous.
It just went from very nice. Oh, it's snowy to fuck. It's ominous. Do you
Calling
No,
out the
Should
dimple
we
over this.
follow?
do you continue?
Should we follow what, Dimblim? Calling out over the snow. There's
The
not
sun.
much to follow but the compass.
I mean, you're right. Let's just follow the compass.
You lived here for many years. You should know better than to
I
chase
Did
strange,
not live down here, no.
strange
And
visions
also,
of snow.
I got lost a lot.
You did get lost a lot. It's very true. I hid in a lot of caves,
Well?
even though you didn't need fire to keep warm.
Well,
This body has its perks, seeing as I'm not gonna freeze to death.
Unlock shot
That
So
is a
I,
big-
I just find caves for shelter to just not. More of a convenience, really. So
that is
you
a
know.
large
I
benefit to both
shelter
of
for
us.
convenience.
And I think it's the only reason we both survive out here as well as we have. This
Yes.
is. You should know better, though, than to chase phantoms into the snow.
Funny you'd say that. I
It really is
did
quite funny.
at one point. I did at one point with
literally
my
chased a
skilled
phantom.
brother. We did chase a phantom into the night, and we beat it.
Your
Because you
skills
can
are impressive.
physically beat phantoms if you do it the right way.
If you hit them hard enough, yes.
I love the fact
Yeah.
that Dimblim's ascent is slowly bleeding into the Immortals.
But no,
Yeah,
we should
no, I
follow the
like it.
compass.
Yes, let's follow the compass.
But keep on guard. If it smells of sulfur and cracking ice, that might mean that there is volcanic activity nearby, or worse, demonic.
There be
Keep your eyes on
Volcanic?
volcanic, yes.
Why would it be volcanic? Oh, never mind.
There are volcanoes in snowy, icy regions. It would not be unheard of. Cracking the ice, melting it beneath the surface like we walked over.
We are both. Well, I am immune to fire, so no, volcano, not that scary, really.
Dimblem's
Just the same.
idea of a hot spring, just bathing in lava.
Just the same, please be aware. And we're going to continue following the compass.
I am double immune to fire.
You can't be
I'm
double
immune twice.
You can't
I am
be
immune twice!
That doesn't mean you heal from it.
No, that's when I get my third immunity.
No, I never agreed to that.
No, but I did.
No. And that, as you carry on, a naturally formed arch of pure blue-white ice spans 40 feet across. It leans precariously, partially cracked at the apex. A fine mist seeps from beneath it, smelling faintly of blood and iron. The entire area is permeated by a stunned silence. Only the heartbeat of the thudding cold seems to linger. That and the strange feeling of ancient magic and the scent of cold metal.
Blood and iron is one descriptor I've heard of the hells.
No, this is
It smells like
yes. The eternal wars down there is very much blood and iron, yes. Do you want me to... And I will check for any, like, definitives if some part of Avernus is leaking to this place.
That's a very good question.
I think I should be able to give him assistance on whatever this might require.
Insight?
Or nature. I would give you the option of either.
Insight.
You only get insight because of being to the Nine Hells.
Okay, it's a 14.
I did give you the help action.
You did the help action.
With it. Would that, assuming Alex is okay with that?
Yeah, it's a 16 then.
You do not believe any part of Avernus is leaking through. This is something most definitely present in the current environment and of this environment.
I do not believe this is the works of the Nine Hells. I think this is the works of whatever type of corruption we were sent to get rid of.
That is a fair possibility. It was merely a concern that I had. Let me go back and read over exactly what it said. Not never shake hands with a biscuit or whatever that was, but this one.
Never shake hands with a biscuit was not one of them, but I like it.
I know. I mixed up both of them as I was scrolling because I just kind of blurred past it. I saw shake hands and biscuit. I know it was two separate statements.
Never shake
equally
hands
nonsensical.
with biscuits that crumble neatly.
Now we're just combining the two.
Yeah.
Okay. So with what we were told, it feels like there may be a spirit lingering in this place that needs to be calmed, released, fixed, however you want to call it. As we are reaching this area, before we walk too much further, I would like to throw up Eyes of the Grave. So I can see, I know the location of any undead within 60 feet that aren't behind total cover, and that are not protected from divination magic.
You sense nothing, and not in the aim of you don't sense anything undead. You sense nothing. A severe lack of everything. The absence of life, the absence of death.
This place feels empty.
And feels barren of life and of death, for
It
that matter.
feels. You're correct. It feels barren of life and death, but on a visceral level, she says as her eyes flash yellow as she looks around. We might be outside of the cycle. I don't know what to make of that.
I mean, I think we should follow through to the problem if our compass guides us, that is.
I think we are near the problem. Can I walk up to the threshold of this arch that was? You said there was a great arch in the sky or above us, right?
There's like an icy arch across the crevasse.
I would like to. Oh, does it go? Is it a bridge arch or is it a entryway arch
The
that we're
entryway
seeing?
arch.
An entry. That's what I was thinking, but I was like, so I would like to walk up to the threshold of this below where it was cracking and see if there's blood on the ground. I have a weird suspicion about that because I can smell blood.
Perception roll.
Perception. It's going to be wow, a 26.
There is no blood. There is no life.
Yeah.
Only snow.
It
There
smells.
is urine as I.
Nope.
Nah.
You're made of robots.
I can depart some nanobots to make it look like I'm pissing. I want to
Why?
be a part of the crew.
I'm very much suspicious of why it smells like blood. There's no life, death.
It is very peculiar.
I think we will find out at 10.
Oh
I have
yeah, no, no doubts that we will find out.
I have a feeling something watches us. Just a hunch.
Can
Shall
I
we keep moving?
can I make an investigation check to see if there is something looking for us? Yes.
Absolutely. Make a paranoia check.
Paranoid check of 31.
For once, nothing is watching you.
I don't seem to.
Which is an odd feeling for you.
I don't seem to see that anything is actively looking at us. Which is kind of weird. I haven't gotten used to the feeling of being in someone's line of sight.
That's true. But if nothing is here to watch us, then
Yeah, it is
could
the.
very much be part of our problem.
Maybe. The Baron. Okay, what if I do this? And Dimlin will shoot out. Actually, let me just measure this thing because it is stupidly long. We have the effects thing, yes. And there's a breath. Oh wait. Nope.
Very thematic.
This 300 feet cone of silvery fire shoots out from the emblem. As to not damage anything, but to heal.
Is there a verbal component to this?
No. I mean, it can be if you want to.
I'm asking.
It doesn't say that it's. Do-do-do. No, it doesn't say that there's any verbal components. Oh,
Healing washes
that's
over Hattie.
25 points of healing, and make a deck save of 20 if you don't want to get healed. If you refuse my healing, make a deck save.
8. I'm gonna heal whether I like it or not.
Yes. You get warm again. Because I'm
Probably feels
using the
nice.
fire aspect and I'm not changing it.
That's valid.
Oh, maybe this is the time I should change it to thunder.
Well, maybe keep that on hand. Let's see.
This
And I'm
was
going
the
to
lesser one. I can't do this all the time, but
I'm going to
Okay.
cautiously step forward
Forward or through?
through.
You see a vision in your head of a beautiful spring filled with plants and bursting with pure radiance. As before your eyes it blackens and the ground beneath it is wounded. A majestic white stag falls to its knees as chains snake around its heart. And as soon as the vision appears, it is gone.
I think we should do. Come, Diplo.
and I will follow through.
Let's find this spring.
Yeah, let's keep on moving.
At this point, I will.
We have
call
a-
off Karen. We have a.
Oh. I was just gonna say it to him. So
Yeah, no, say it.
okay.
At this point,
We
we're
have
gonna
a
call Karen.
It's all right. We're
No,
fine.
I'm doing it deliberately. Carry on.
Okay. We have a stag spirit of some sort, chained, bound by some kind of darkness.
It's not tricks.
Probably.
I
I
mean,
think more will reveal itself as we go, but we should head to find it as quickly as we can.
Yes, we should indeed do that.
I now move to a 5-minute break. or back in the wastes. Whichever one you choose
Not
to
a
have
real-
as your variant.
Ice. Return to the icy.
Return,
Reaches
return to the ice.
ice. So Hattie has just had a vision
We have
of very good prices
crossed
at
the
her local price shop.
threshold.
No, Hattie has. You haven't.
I told. I followed.
Okay, so you would have had the same vision as well.
Oh, right, that is somewhat concerning.
I know.
I think the root of. I think it might be the stag that we are here to deliver from corruption.
I am inclined to believe similar. I'm open to variations of that, but that feels like the direction to go.
Yes.
I feel like this is. We shouldn't hesitate. We should just keep.
We should keep on walking. Yeah.
As you
I'm
can
not
Yes.
terribly afraid of what's going to happen, so
Okay.
Cautious hesitancy still provides some. See, fear is not. But we should proceed.
we should.
We'll keep walking.
As you continue,
Yeah.
the glacier descends into a bowl-shaped depression surrounded by sheer ice cliffs, slick with black runoff from the corrupted spring. At the centre, you see the spring itself, now frozen into a black slush pit. Endless howling winds spiral downward into the hollow like a drain. Sickly rot mixed with frozen minerals is all that permeates the air. The world narrows around you to a howling spiral of ice and darkness. Snow tears at your face like 1,000 grasping hands. Through the squall you see it, a massive form, hunched over the broken spring. Once a creature of beauty and grace, now it is something else. A rotted monument to despair. Its crystal antlers are shattered, weeping streams of black slush onto the ground. Chains of frostbite black ice strangle its heart, pulsing with a sickly rhythm. Every laboured breath spills another wave of biting wind, and the ground itself groans beneath its weight.
Have it. The spirit of this land. I think
It
to break the
seems.
chains, though, rather than harm it outright.
It seems twisted, but it hasn't really shown any forms
I-
of hostility, I think.
don't think it wants to harm us, but that doesn't mean the corrupting spirits do not either.
I will take.
Cautious.
I will take tentatively and slow movements towards it, as if I'm not being threatening at all.
Okay.
As he does that, I'm going to go ahead and just tap him and cast guidance. So you get to add a d4 to something.
Can either
But-
of you please roll me a nature, insight, or arcana roll?
I can do Arcana best.
Was it either or both?
Okay.
Okay. Because I think I will insight this situation. That's one of my stronger stats, and I would like to see. My initial assumption was that there is some kind of otherworldly or evil entity chaining itself to this like a parasite. That the stag itself is probably still in there, and we just need to break him free of the influence. So I want to see if that holds true, or if there's maybe more that I should
Ooh.
be looking at.
Collectively, you can ascertain that the Vinther's pain is not
Pain.
malevolent, but drowning in grief and confusion. The chains around his heart are not of his making. Something external has forced this. Around you, ice shards fall from cliffs, patches of the hollow collapse into freezing water, and totems... I can't talk today. Totems flicker with faint light. Hints of something beyond violence.
I think he might be forced into submission against his will, bound by the chains of another.
That feels correct, but this feels like the creating of it. This feels like the work of the hells. Demons chain things and corrupt them regularly. What I understand.
Everything chains everything.
I've changed no one, and I don't believe you have either.
But have
there are
chains.
more options.
Through power, my chains are broken.
I mean, I have enough. Well, maybe
Sorry,
not
that wasn't what he
enough,
said,
but
was
I
it?
have power.
I just had
Huh?
to add it. But it wasn't what he said.
Okay. I was like, oh no, the thing is talking, we need to stop Dimblim from rambling on about chaining tricks up.
It's just their wedding night.
And every night after.
That's why he has cold iron chains.
Yes, I have to bind the Fae.
He's not a Fae.
oh, she's a Fae in the sheets.
Fine.
A Fae in the sheets and a
adamantium
fiend
chains.
in the streets.
Oh god. A Fae in the streets. A fiend in the streets. Oh god.
Actually, it does sound like her. I hate it.
It really does. That needs to go in D&D, made me do it, but that does sound like Ida. Given the opportunity. As you approach, the creature's head lifts. Shards of frozen blood dangle from its antlers. A soft, half snarl, half mournful bellow erupts from its broken mouth. A sound so raw it rattles your very bones and matter. The creature charges at you. A living blizzard, its hooves crackling the frozen ground as he barrels towards you with an unstoppable sorrow and rage. Roll initiative.
No, I wanted to.
I
wanted to stop it.
Just because initiative has started does not mean there's not a peaceful solution.
Yeah.
Nat 20 for a 27.
Why does it tell me that it didn't go to a whatever? Because there's no tokens on the screen.
Yeah, there's no tokens. That's why.
I was like, the thing was up. Yeah.
The thing was up, but you don't.
I'm going last.
It's an 18 and an 18. It beats us.
It does beat you for once.
I rolled terribly on this.
Yeah.
This is my comeuppance for playing bonkers.
Yeah. Yeah, this is your comeuppance for playing bonkers, but you always roll fucking ridiculously.
Oh yeah. He has a higher modifier than I think Lars roll.
Yeah.
Or maybe not, but pretty close.
I don't think you've exceeded 27 as a modifier for initiative.
I think Bonkers' modifier is 23.
That is very, very alert, very paranoid.
Very bonkers.
Very bonkers.
Judging from where he's from, which is the place I'm currently creating, I don't fucking blame him.
19, actually. His modifier is 19. Just checked.
But where
I could have made it higher.
It makes sense where Bonkers is from, that he's that fucking paranoid.
Yep.
And diabetic.
He lives on coffee anymore.
Nothing but
it's
coffee.
It's sugar-free.
So he will gore Dimblim.
Good luck.
He will attempt to Cold Emblem, should I say. Even with my modifier, that's not going to hit you.
Let's say, just for the fun of it, I don't have my shield out yet, so I am at a brisk 33.
Still doesn't hit you. Then it's going to strike you. No. No, I'm rolling very low. This dice is being binned. I made a different dice. Does however have a lair action. No, I didn't reach initiative 20. Damn it. Yes, I did. No, I didn't.
Yeah, it's.
Yeah.
Would you say it goes after Dimlim then?
No, my lair actions occur on initiative 20, so yeah, it would come after Dimlim.
Yeah, after me.
Because since we're doing collective, I don't know exactly how that works. Because, like you said, lair actions are on.
Everyone
20.
make a con save. I'm going to use one of my legendary actions.
Oh no.
Let's see what this is. It's not a concentration check. It's just
27.
Oh.
13.
Hattie will take. I'm sorry. I mean, no, I'm not. 13 points of psychic damage, and your speed is halved till the end of your turn.
Okay.
Yes.
I need to
So
take
is
this
our
away from me because I'm eating them too much. That's too nice.
Is it our initiative now?
It's sea salt and cider vinegar crisps.
Ooh.
Oh,
Those
nice.
are a
They're
favorite
like the
of mine.
right amount of sweetness and sour and salt.
And like acidic, and they burn your tongue just.
Yeah, just that right amount, and then you get the sweetness at the back. It's a bit like most Korean food.
Yeah.
Yes, it is your turn. Collectively.
Yes.
I feel like Dimblem should go first, but what I do want to say is there is something here. Need to save him. As I'm rubbing my head, see that something is harmed. Actually, you know what? Let me make a concentration check to see if that guidance is still up, because then you get a plus D4 on what you're doing. Cast that. Just a few
Well, I will use my Frozen Titans domain, which is a once a day thing, as an action. Yeah. As an action, you slam your fist into the ground, creating an earth-shattering shockwave of ice and frost. All creatures within 60 feet must make a DC 26 saving throw or be knocked prone, restrained in ice. Yes. Restrained in ice and take 8d12 cold and force damage on a successful save. No, but she's wanted this to be peaceful, and I am immobilizing the stag.
This is
and
Dimplem's
doing
idea
80
of
damage.
Peace.
Yes. Yeah. Now make the straight save, Hattie.
Strength save of 26, you said?
Yes.
Can you even
Well,
hit
I can...
that?
Yes, technically. I'm not gonna, but I could. Okay. I didn't do terribly, but I didn't make it.
I mean, neither did the creature.
I needed a 19.
The creature didn't make it either.
So that is 50 points of cold damage.
Oh, thank you. I'm immune.
Okay.
Yes, and I think Hattie is as well.
Yes, also.
This is not meant to be, like, damaging. This is meant to be restraining.
Restrained or incapacitated?
It said restrained in ice. It is knocked prone and then restrained in ice.
Okay.
And I don't know if the wording here is I roll another 8d12 for force damage.
It is.
Oh, okay. This might hurt you a little, Hattie.
That's fair.
That's 55 points of force damage.
I
You
take
rolled
one.
well.
Yeah, I rolled
Seven.
very
Resistant,
good.
You're resistant, aren't you?
I have resistance to it, so I'm going to take 27.
Yeah,
See, Hatchie
no,
may have less immunities, but she has more resistances.
no, she is resistant to everything. I know that.
Literally everything.
Yes.
In current rules.
In
Correct.
current rules.
As things stand in our known universe, everything.
Technically, the other ones are in your known universe.
Fair.
So,
Maybe things that we don't encounter yet might be different.
yes. So you see this stag charge at Dimblem, and he just bobs and weaves out of the way, and he takes his hands and he slams down and just knocks the stag down, and you you both restrained in ice as a massive earthquake of cold and force is shattering through a 60-feet area.
I mean, to be perfectly honest, Hattie's fine.
That is fine.
It
I
hurt. It did not.
You didn't need to be close to him anyway.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Okay.
So it's still my. Was there more that you were going to do?
More
This
damage
is
to
my-
introduce your party. The party has taken more damage from Dimblem than any enemy I've thrown at you. I'm telling you that.
And you're mad about the fact that like I hit you with the edge of a breath weapon or something one time. Did like 8.
The thing is, we are
down.
extremely mortal in Spelljammer.
Oh yeah, that was Spelljammer.
Oh
That
yeah,
was
Yeah,
you are mortal here too. Trust me.
Yeah,
yes.
you hitting 3 of my characters with 2d6 fire damage every round is somewhat annoying.
So close.
I have spent so
Yeah,
many months making you mortal in this place. Trust me, you're mortal.
Okay, I will then teleport the stag away. No.
Plane shift.
Plane shift.
Travis went to the same point.
Bitch! You're with me now.
Plane shift, wherever Trix is.
I
we're back
have
in Schultz.
now. I have thrown and restrained the elk stag, and I will then take my 5 feet of free movement away from it. Actually, you know what? I will take all my movements over to Hattie, and I will help her off the ground.
That's very nice of you. How far away from this creature am I?
I need to check something.
Because it charged past us, so I was next.
Charged
Right
at-
behind
charged
Dimblem.
at Dimblem.
Yeah.
I
So-
can hit you.
I'm sure you can. You hit with disadvantage if you're prone.
I know. I can still potentially hit you though. It won't happen, but no, it didn't
I
happen.
mean, you can potentially hit Hattie.
It didn't happen.
I mean, okay. Yeah, no. You can't. I have the mobile feats.
Oh yeah,
I don't
can't-
get
I
attack of
can't-
opportunities.
I can't oppy you, can I? God damn it.
No, you can't op him.
There we go. No oppies.
No
Travis
oppies.
likes the fact I call them oppies.
That's
I
pretty funny.
always have.
Yeah.
Since I was
So-
like 7.
My movement speed is half, so I have 15 feet of movement. Am I close enough to get within touching distance of this stag? Is it still within
Almost
15 feet of
definitely.
us?
Definitely,
Okay.
yes.
So, having been helped up by Dimblem, I'm going to take a few steps forward.
You're within. Do you want to be in touching distance or within 5 feet of the creature?
I want to be within touch. I have a touch spell I would like to cast
Okay.
on it, so I need to be It's within 5 feet mechanically, but you know what I mean. I have to
Yes.
physically touch it. I'm going to. There's 2 things I would like to do with this. I would like to just step forward, place my hand on it as it is restrained and probably thrashing, and this may harm me as well. I understand that. But I'm going to put a hand out and just forcibly cast Death Ward on it.
Okay.
I don't want this creature to come to any form of ultimate harm, even if it takes collateral damage.
You're to death ward the creature.
Death Ward the
Yes.
creature, yes. The creature very specifically, the stag, beneath, not the chains that are binding it. I want to be very clear that I'm treating this as 2 separate entities. Whether that has mechanical implications or not is a different story.
Okay. I'm fine with that. I'll use this dice now.
Oh no. He changed dice.
I've had this dice since
So-
I was 4. Good luck with
Oh,
that.
So I'm
It probably literally has my blood, sweat, and tears on it.
probably. I'll figure out the spell points that it costs later, but I don't think that's going to come into play here. But
Yeah, no.
I'll
you're
cast
not
Death
gonna
Ward on
accept
it. Would you say it was within my f to get to it?
any. Yes, 5 feet of free movement.
So
Yes, you're
Okay, my f. So I'll cast Death Ward on it. I want to make sure that it
Why does it
survives. I
sound
want
like
to make
the
sure that this.
Dragonborn? Why do I feel that you're going to say Fusroda?
And then what I would like to do. I think this is still going to be
Crying
a
is a
touch
free
spell
action.
since crying is a free action, but
yes.
I don't want to cry on
As
this
is
one. I
pleading
want
for
to.
mercy.
I want to shatter these chains.
Are we
What's
just
the
walking-
weather
walking
like?
through the Sith code at this point.
Am I? I don't know. Is Hattie a Sith Lord? We may never find out.
I mean, at this point,
Come-
we're covering a lot of them. Peace is a
to
line
think
is
of it-
only passion. Through passion, I gain
Cor-
strength. Through strength, I gain power. Through victory, I gain. Through power, I gain victory. Through victory, my chains are broken. The Force shall free me. As he is becoming a Sith Lord. The fact that I know that off by heart hurts me. But
And for my second action, I would like to. You know what? We're gonna treat this as a moment of reverence because that's the way I would like to do this.
okay.
Hattie is going to drop to her knees as she casts the Death Ward, and then she is going to reach out a hand, grasp it around those chains, and try to channel a remove curse spell.
Ooh. Okay.
So I'll put that up in the chat. I think she's going to start it initially and see how it reacts. If it needs more power, then we'll deal with that next round and whatever may come of that. But she's going to start it at just 3rd level as a feeler. She's not going to dump everything into this because she may not have to, but she might. At your touch, all curses affecting one creature or object ends. If the object is a cursed magic item, the curse remains, but the spell breaks on its owner's attunement to the object so it can be removed or discarded. So, mechanically speaking, I have a solid foundation for my plan here. We will see if it works. That is up to you ultimately, because we're outside the realms of, like, normal cursed items.
Yeah, and technically corruption and curses class as very distinct entities.
But it's still within her skill set to try.
It is, I believe, remove corruption is a spell.
No.
I don't think it is.
It used to be.
Okay. I think
Yeah,
currently it still
no.
falls under the veins of curses.
Yeah.
I think they
Oh.
simplified them together.
Okay, so I'm legitimately having to check this one. So.
Mm.
Okay.
Looks like corruption was something they played around with in Unearthed Arcana, but never made official.
Well, officially,
So we'll see,
it can
because
be
we're playing.
Officially, it can be removed by spells like Dispel Evil and Good and Remove Curse. Officially.
Okay. And that's the spell I cast was Remove Curse.
I
So,
don't anticipate this going this way. I have a whole 3-stage fight planned. You bastard!
Finally, it pays off to have that spell locked and loaded. I do cleric things.
I need a moment. I need to check what's going to happen now.
Would you like an above table suggestion?
No, it's fine.
Okay.
I know what I want to happen. I just want to know how it happens. Okay. As you remove curse, your voice cuts through the howling blizzard. I'm making this up on the spot. Like a blade of blessed light. Your ancient words, spoken in draconic tongue, I presume, because Hattie always casts in draconic, fill the air. Not spoken to destroy, but to unbind and free this creature from its current torment. For a heartbeat, even the storm around you seems to hesitate. The earth, the glacier, and the ice seems to listen. Your magic glows like some sort of nebula or divine star against the endless darks, slamming into the chains that shock at its heart. As this occurs, the chains snap. Not with violence, but with a crashing sound of release. They dissolve into glittering motes of green fire? We never really decided what colour Hattie's magic takes. I always associate death with green, but this is soul magic, so like, wouldn't be Viridian, it'd be more cyan, wouldn't it?
I've always thought of it as a very, very pale blue.
Okay, it's a pale...
because it fits with the ice motif.
A pale blue ice. Harmless at last. The stag itself stumbles, its form swaying in the breeze and
the wind.
Strength. Yes. For the first time, you see it as a beautiful, majestic stag of crystalline snow and almost moonlight fractures. The antlers seem to stretch high up into the sky like branches of winter itself, echoing forth. His head bows low, touching the ruined sorry. Guidance. I'm seriously taken aback. I have no idea what was going to happen.
So many urns around here.
We end initiative.
Ooh, nice.
The spring itself seems to slowly be retracting the black shadow and healing itself, the black taint vanishing. The blizzard around it seems to peter off to a slow, gentle snowfall. And rising slowly, the stag approaches you. His presence a living prayer of sorrow renewal. His voice felt more in the heart than heard. He speaks to both of you. Brave souls, you've done... I'm sorry. Brave souls. No, I can't do it. Brave souls, you have done what few could. You've severed the sorrow, not with steel, but with grace. This hollow shall live again because of you. And I'm going to make this up entirely, but okay. He's going to give you a reward. I didn't expect you actually to save him this way. I'm going to level with you. I love it, but
because we always beat things into the end of the line.
Death rather than actually try and save them.
Look, you put a thing in front of Hattie that she is very well equipped to deal with, to be fair.
I know, but it's a strange moment. Just via rhapsodying.
I mean, the clue is you led with it. Even though in the combat it doesn't have to mean it has to die.
Yeah,
it's a very good hint for me.
To it this time. I've said it multiple times. You never listened before.
I mean, the same story would play out where Dimlim hits it 37 times in a row.
Hattie screams no, and
these need to be stop being so fragile.
Where is it? So throughout this, I've been typing throughout this entire thing, which is why I have not been doing well with telling you what's going on.
No,
that's fine. I understand. We threw a loop for you.
Yes.
Threw you for a loop. I don't know, something that vein.
Something in that vein. Yes.
You will all will gain this reward collectively for, well, the entirety.
Helping.
For the entirety that you are here.
Yeah.
I'm removing one of them I wrote though because I realise it's entirely pointless. You already have
Immunity
resistance
to
to
cold
fucking cold damage.
Let's see. Advantage on savage or yeah. Cause greater restoration on self. Gift of the Hollow.
Okay.
Okay.
Just unlocking the spring itself as a place of rest is amazing.
Oh, I know, especially in this place.
Yeah.
Above you, the cold sun pierces the mist. Below you, the hollow stirs with new life. Before you, new opportunity is born into the snow.
Why, this was a pleasant way of helping,
Quite expect that to work, I'm going to be honest.
and
I'm very glad that it did. I'm going to
I'm very confused.
bow my head slightly in reverence towards the stag before us.
Dimlim will then take one of his potions of supreme healing and just brush it over the stag as to heal him for some of the force damage he did.
I'm sorry I hurt you. Here, let me fix that.
I'm sorry I hurt you. That's
You know what?
43 points of healing. That's almost
Almost what you did.
almost full.
It's close enough.
Yes.
It's within spitting distance.
Thank God for Night Cafe. Now I have an image for this weird turn of events.
Yay!
There we go.
Nice.
This is now what he looks like.
He's a very cute boy.
Very thrown now.
Yes.
Excellent. Very demure, to steal a popular word in the current lexicon.
Yes.
Um,
Very mindful, very demure, very mindful.
So, is the water here warm?
Yes, this is a hot spring.
Okay. I'm going to turn to Dimlim and just say, I told you about volcanic activity, did I not?
I mean, this doesn't prove anything,
Well,
but
the
sure.
instant the mist rises above the crevasse, it freezes into snow. So it's very localized.
I am
If
more
water is hot.
inclined to believe that there is magic in the water than volcanic activity.
You
Suit
believe
yourself.
in magic more than nature. Is what you just said.
At
There is
this
no
point,
nature, only
yeah,
magic.
there is. I don't believe there is any form of volcanic activities this far north.
How do you think the spine came to be?
It is a mountain. It got eroded by water.
It is a row of mountains created by volcanic activity aeons ago. My family was there to watch it when it first formed. The settlements that popped up around it.
I don't believe you
There are
at
volcanoes in
all.
this area. Have been in the past.
Dimra's like, no.
Uh,
No. Yeah, right. Okay.
When we get to
yeah,
my home, I will find the record books for you. They're written in Draconic, so you may want to brush up.
I mean, it is kind of weird that we haven't been sitting down and going over the Draconic language. We do have some spare time from time to time. Why don't we
Would you
teach?
like that?
I
God. Hattie's gonna
take
teach
up
Dimra
languages
Draconic.
fairly easily.
Well, we have a bit of
Also-
a walk behind us, but
Yes. Also,
when
I
we get back, maybe well, we
don't
can teach you a
know
few words.
why, but when I was in the tribe, I had a fascination for herbs and poison. So I am quite proficient in the arts of herbalism and making poisons. If that ever comes to your need.
I am
Now
mostly
there's
focused
even
on my
more
herbal practices
things.
on tea.
I hate you in a way I can't express openly.
Do you know how to figure out how poisons work in the north?
Yes, I do.
It
I have to create
works
herbalism
like
in the
normal
Great Glacier.
poison.
I have to create herbalism in the Great Glacier, a place where nothing fucking grows.
Yeah, then you
You
don't
just
have
use
to
20 different kinds of snow.
Yes. Oh, this type of snow makes this poison. And it
So
does
you find the
more
yellow
we
snow, and it causes
find the yellow
dysentery.
snow and then you taste it to see if it's the good yellow snow.
Lemon.
Yes, lemon.
No, I can teach you a few words of Draconic on our way back. Get you started on the basics of the alphabet, perhaps.
Yes.
Or it's less of an alphabet, more we use a syllabary, but it's similar.
I hate you.
But yes,
You're welcome.
I think I'm going to try to relight an incense here. Because I have more of it. I have literal tons of the incense, but I'm going to go ahead and try to light a bit of incense here and see if I can get it struck now that we're out of the as much of the biting cold, but sheltered here.
Okay.
So pulling out my tinderbox, will it? Can I get the incense going here?
You can indeed. It's more difficult because of the moisture in the air, but you can.
Oh yeah. Okay. I didn't expect super easy, but I expected, okay, we're out of the biting wind and cold. It should be doable now.
Yes.
So after a few moments, I'll get that up, and I will just, I'll bow gently to the stag and just say, do you mind if I leave my blessing as well?
The stag will bow his antlers and head.
Then we will be on our way to pick up the pieces that you had prior to this with our blessing. And so I'm going to go around, bless this place, and just say a prayer of protection. Reaching out to Bahamut, as well as trying my hand at stretching my influence out into the very ice itself around us. Hattie is flexing her dragon muscles.
Okay.
And just saying a prayer of protection around this place to keep it safe and provide some respite for the spirit or spirits that might dwell here.
This is where Hattie casts forbiddance.
Yeah, she got hollow ground.
Yeah, hello ground.
Hello, I think the name of the spell officially.
Yes, hello
Let's
ground.
see if I actually want to do something like that. Okay, that did not type. Yeah, because Hallow's the one that, there we go. It could create it into a, oh, the casting time is 24 hours for Hallow, so I think I will not.
Yeah.
I mean,
it's a little
we can have a long rest here. Or 4.
4? Why 4?
I thought it was 8 hours.
hours.
Why is it
Yeah.
24 now?
Yeah.
But that's
it's
the
up-
Because
legacy version.
Legacy version means 2024, 2014 rules.
14, yeah. Which is
Yeah.
what I thought it was only 8 hours. I didn't realize it was 24.
Hallow
But
is a
it does-
very powerful spell, and it lingers.
Yeah. Yeah. So I'll be just saying a basic prayer of protection. If we get more time, I may eventually hallow this place as well. But for now, there's somebody else that dwells here. It's not my place to step in
It's
and try to
not
take
your
over
place to
their
hallow.
home.
Because fuck you, Lars.
Because fuck me? Why fuck me? I'm an innocent boy.
There are so many herbs.
There's so many herbs.
All right.
Nice.
Right.
But yeah, so I would like to head back at this point. After a little bit
it
of-
would seem appropriate to end session as well.
Yeah.
Unless anyone wishes to add anything,
No, I do not wish to add anything.
then we end session.